Hey, babes. Hello, hello, hello. Happy day. Hope you had a wonderful night and you got some rest tonight. Cause I didn't. But anyways, I just stumbled upon this case. I don't know when it happened, but we're gonna go over this right now. So I'm gonna read you what I see, and then I'm gonna let the video play, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what I get from body language, from feelings, from all of it, okay? Derek Johnson finds wife and two children unalived in their Alabama home. He walked inside to find a horrific crime scene. Police say it was not due to gunshots. He arrived to find the van in the driveway and maintains the house. He wakes the next day to find it completely silent. He finds his kids taking naps on the couch. He saw them where he saw them. They were there, but he did not feel them. Remember those words. It's important. He says both kids were stiff. He said foam was coming out of their mouths and their skin was discolored. He found a bathtub full of blood and water, and the wife sat collapsed in the closet. He said mental health plays a role, and he and the family can't believe she would take the kid's life in her own. So, just listen to this part, and we'll go through it.
We're joined now by Derek Johnson, the husband and father who found the disturbing crime scene. And Derek, thank you so much for joining us today, and we're sorry it's under such tragic circumstances.
Okay. So, I need you to pay attention to a few things while we go through this. I'm sorry. That's the birdie. His eye movements, his mouth movements, his words. Okay?
Thank you for having me.
So let's start really with the
Thanks for having me. And he gives a little grin. Okay? But he never actually looks up in the camera.
basics. How are you holding up right now?
That's a tough question, but
To the left. He's looking to the left. Okay?
I'm doing better than I was the day it happened. I will say that.
Possibly, my opinion. Possibly because you're not in jail yet.
And I want viewers to know it was actually you who reached out to Law and Crime Network for this interview. So why do you want to tell
So he reaches out for an interview.
your side of the story now?
I think there's a lot more to be said that what led up to this. Obviously,
Still no eye contact with the camera. This is one of the precious babies. The first with this picture, what I notice is the hands and feet, and it says Dada, which shows me a very invested mother. Okay. And why do I say that? Because when you have a partner that's not quite a partner, you try to include them in things that they're not included in. Okay? I'm just telling you what I feel. This is all allegedly. Okay?
its value, everyone got the raw facts of what happened. And I think there's a lot more to be learned on the mental health.
So he wants the raw facts to be known, and that mental health is important. Oh my God, exactly, Birdie.
Side. And
I'm sorry, look at that baby. Look at that baby. Oh my God.
and I'm still grappling with it because I never could ever do like this. And even her family's still not believing that she would truly have done something like this. We're just...
So her family don't believe she did it. So he comes on to Law and Crime to explain how she did it to the world. so that her family could understand better why mental health is so important. Did you see that house? It was all touched by a woman. That house was put together. Here, let's go back.
Happened.
Hold on.
And I think there's a lot more.
This part here, look at the house. That's all women. That's a woman. My hubby don't buy any of the toys. I buy them all. You know what I'm saying? A mother knows. It's a mother's touch.
More to be learned on the mental health side, and I'm still grappling with it because I never could ever do like that.
Look at that. Just look around. That is all work of a mother. The gates, that's a mother thing. A man's not going to say, hey, I want gates. My hubby didn't want the gates. I said, baby, we getting the gates. Okay? Toys, mother. Everything's the mother here. Mother, mother, mother. I don't see one touch of the father here. At all. Let's go.
This, and even her family's still not believing that she would truly have done something like this. We're just...
He still hasn't made eye contact with this camera yet.
I'm trying to back up and take a look at what went wrong, but it's really hard to see what happened.
Yeah. And
Keeps blinking every time his eyes like cross the camera. He's looking to the left, he's looking to the right. When his eyes went straight, he started blinking until they were looking down.
I mean, I know this is difficult, but can you take me back to last week, walking into that home? What do you remember?
So,
Now, pay attention to the key things he says. Well, I have to back up first. We have to go back a little further because you won't understand his story if he don't explain this part, because none of it's going to make sense to you if you don't have this key part. But just listen.
So I'll back up just a hair before that. I arrived Wednesday at 4:30 to the house with the RV and was driving from Washington State as ordered by the judge. And that day, the van was in the driveway. All the lights were off.
Now, I'm not sure what he's talking about an order from the judge, but I would like to know more about that.
I assumed she had gone somewhere with a friend or something, and she would be dropped off later. I just maintained the house and acted as everything was normal, but...
So he got home and he maintained the house. I don't believe that. Because a man doesn't come home from work and say, I'm going to maintain the house. No, not at all. Now, there might be some. Every now and then, my hubby tries to help me if he sees I'm getting behind on things. But to come home at 4:30 in the morning saying you maintaining the house at 4:30 in the morning, lie. To say we have to back up a little bit so that you know that I got in the house at 4:30 and then I was maintaining the house and I didn't see anything, out of the ordinary. But yeah, let's keep going.
When I got up the next day on Thursday, I noticed there was no sounds, there was no movement.
Pause. Everything about what he just said gives me such a big pit in my stomach. Okay? I feel like he's giving too much detail in maintaining the house, and I got there at this time, and the judge told me this, and I pulled up, and the van was there, and so the van is there. You pulled up, you didn't go give your babies kisses. No matter what time my hubby come, my baby always give my other baby a kiss. We always kiss the baby goodnight. Always. You didn't check on your wife? So you didn't sleep in the same room as her? Why not? Because you knew she was gone? Huh? Okay, come on.
House, all the blinds closed. It was very dark. There was only one light on in the master bedroom, and had a feeling that I needed to get into the house. And so I ended.
He's all over in his story. You already said you came in the house and maintained the house and went to bed. But now you got to get back in the house. Okay. You woke up and heard nothing. But I got to get in the house. What? And look at his face. He's looking everywhere but the camera.
Up drilling out the door lock, French doors in the back, and as I did
So now he's breaking into the house. Okay.
that, the deadbolt fell to the floor and made a pretty loud sound. And I opened the door after that, and
Lots of extra detail. Oh, it made a big sound. Okay.
noticed my kids were taking naps on the L-shaped sectional we have, and I saw my friend, but I didn't feel them. I don't know how.
You saw them, but you didn't feel them. Why would you? What? Oh, jeez. So you come in the house and you see your children, but you don't feel them. Okay.
How else to say that? They were there, but I did not feel them. And
maybe he's talking about their presence. Who knows? But he goes on to say,
I went over to my son and put my hand on his back to wake him up, and he was just stiff. And then I saw foam coming out of his mouth and nose, and he had discolorations on it. And I started panicking, and then I went over to my daughter, and she had the same thing.
so he realizes his kids are deceased. Oh, I got the messed up feeling in my stomach. In his...
And then I started wondering where their mom was. And immediately I went to the master
Still not looking in the camera.
bathroom.
So his first thought was go to the bathroom. He never once said when he touched his babies that they were wet. That, there was water on them. That they were cold. But you immediately thought to run to the bathroom. All he said was there was foam coming out the mouth. He didn't say, their hair was wet, they were wet, their clothes were wet. He didn't say any of that. He said, I saw foam and immediately thought of their mother, and I just knew I had to go to the bathroom. Oh, okay. Come on.
When I looked in the master bathroom, there was a bathtub full of water and blood.
So we went straight to the crime scene. After finding your children, went straight to the crime scene. Now, the crime scene could have happened anywhere. Could have happened at the kitchen sink. Could have happened in the pool in the backyard. It could have happened, And I'm just saying where the water is. Because, again, he didn't mention any water until he said, I have to get to that bathroom. Okay? Crime scene could have been in the basement. Could have been in the attic. Could have been in the closet for all we know. But his first instinct was, let me run to the bathroom where the crime scene happened. Because they always return to the crime scene, don't they? Okay.
And I couldn't handle processing why that was there, other than that shouldn't be there. And then I proceeded to turn the closets towards the
Up, and then right after you go to the bathtub, now you're like, okay, she must be in a closet. Because I didn't check the master bedroom yet. And I didn't check anywhere else except for the bathroom, so she must be in a closet. Oh, okay.
master and saw Nancy in a sitting collapse position.
See, and that position can happen if Nancy would have done it to herself, but if also somebody planted her there after choking her out. Let's say they put something around her neck, okay? Choked her out with whatever was around her neck. Took her to the closet, hung it up, positioned her. Now she's in a collapsed position. My thing is, you ran right to the bathroom, never mentioning anything about the children being wet or anything like that, or water coming out their mouth or anything like that. You said foam, okay? From the bathroom, you said you went straight to the master closet. Why? What would make you say, yup, she's in the closet. Yup, this is where the kids drowned. No possible way.
And there was blood on the floor. And
Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think the blood comes out from being choked. I think blood comes out from being injured. Huh? Or fighting for your life. Huh? I don't know. I'm just saying my opinion. What do you feel? Do you feel that thing that I feel in my gut? This man ain't one time looking at that camera. Not one time. I don't see no real tears. I feel guilt coming off of him. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I feel coming off of him. That's my opinion. And his words were he felt he had to do this to prove to the family basically that she did this and she was out of her mind. But when somebody's out of their mind, their house matches their mindset. Okay? Remember that. Your house, where you live, where you dwell, matches your mindset. So if you have a cluttered house, you got a cluttered mind. Her house was not cluttered. And I guarantee you, he was not maintaining his house at no 4:30 in the morning. Tell me your thoughts. We will be doing a reading for this as well. I know I'm a little bit behind, but I'm going through some stuff once again. They don't want me speaking. I'm going to keep speaking. And it's not just they. It's a lot deeper than you think. There's a lot going on. There's so much I want to talk about. But I feel like everything needs its own separate video, and then I get overwhelmed, and then I don't end up telling you anything. Sorry. But if you want to know the rest of what's going on, not with me, if you want to know what's going on with me, I don't mind sharing. But I'm just talking about everything else that I'm picking up around the world. Let me know in the comments as well. I love you, babes.